us yet? Can you hear us?
Hello.
I don't show myself live. Do you show us live on your end yet?
Let's see.
Let
Not
me
yet,
All right, let's
but
see.
it
Chats,
takes
let
a
us
couple
know if you're
seconds.
I haven't gotten my notification yet, so I'm waiting for the notification. Waiting. Hi,
Few
chat.
seconds probably. Hi,
Yeah.
everybody.
Hi, chats.
Yeah, we got 5 in.
Hi, can you see us?
Yes, says we're live. Oh, here we go. Now we are. Now we're here.
Yay. Okay, so I still haven't gotten mine yet, but let me go see. Ah, here we are. Woohoo! We're live. Yay. Hi, chats. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Let me put this on, lower it. Don't forget to go to your chat filter and hit chat filter and switch it to all messages so you can see how they come in. I see we have our 2 mods here today. We have Melissa's Corner and Birkenboy. Thank y'all so much for being here. Hopefully the trolls will be quiet today. Maria has left a message. She says, Maria Louise loves luxury, says, hi friends. I'll be in a meeting when this goes live. So we'll start, but I'll join after if it's still on. Okay. I'm getting some feedback from you now though. Oh, you need to lower your iPad. Lower the
Lower it.
volume on your iPad. Is it lowered? Or maybe on your phone.
I
You
just
can,
lowered it a little bit.
okay, Melissa said no. Okay, how about now? Can y'all see us now? Can you hear us now? Hi, Cloverleaf Bags. Hi, Robin. How you doing? Can everybody see us? Can everybody hear us? Please tell me out in chat lands. I froze a little bit before we came on, so I'm worried. Oh, hi, Robin. Hello. Can you hear us? I can see and hear you perfectly. Thanks. Thanks, Craig, very much. Okay. On that note, let me welcome everybody in. Hi, Bean Beauties. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. For those of you who are new to my channel, I've been getting a lot of views and a lot of different people who have been coming to my channel. So let me just tell you a little bit before I introduce our guest of why I started my lives and what I wanted to do and kind of what my purpose is of the lives. Okay. I found myself as a small YouTube content creator not finding people who were smaller, not getting content that I wanted to see, and also not being pushed out because you're too little. Until you get to a certain point, you just don't make it on that algorithm. There's not enough information to generate out there. So you have to be creative. And that's what I was doing, is being creative. And so I decided that I wanted to share content creators that I like, that are smaller, that I feel like should be getting more people. So our guest, though, however, is not really one of those, because when I found her, I didn't really realize, how big her channel was. But we became friends through our thrift squad. We found each other through reselling, through buying. I was buying, she was buying too, and she was reselling. But we'll go about that in a little bit. And we came across each other in our in our thrift group. So the reason, there's 2 major reasons and 2 purposes I want to bring Kristen on here. Is one, she really watched my back during a certain time where there was some stuff going on in our reselling situation. I had no idea that what was going on, and I was just kind of lackadaisically waiting and stuff. And so she brought me up to light, and she walked me hand by hand to help me make sure that I was able to get my money back. Okay. So that was one thing. I didn't know who she was. She reached out to me. She says, I know you buy a lot. You have a great channel. I want to reach out and make sure you're safeguarded. And so that touched my heart. I thought, okay, friends for life, friends for life. The second thing is that she addresses her reselling YouTube online as in a business frame of mind. So we're going to pick that business brain for her. And she's crossing, what's the word? She cross promotes on different channels. Yay, I figured it out. Okay, everybody. So today, Kristen D from Another Chance Resale is here today. So, Kristen, welcome in. Welcome in. Everybody say hello.
Hi,
And
everyone.
let's go and see who's here. Let's see. Missy from Beauty and Luxury came in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay, I think I caught everybody. So, Kristen, will you tell us about? Let me go to my notes so I don't forget. Will you tell us a little bit about your channel, a little bit about how to find you, and you can tell us in the multiple places what's your channel name and why it's that particular name. I always like to know why people pick their name,
Mhm.
and then how long have you been on YouTube, like altogether?
Okay. I'm Kristen with Another Chance Resale. Thank you, Dee Dee, for having me on.
You
I'm very
welcome.
honored. And before I even get into that, I think I had seen you at, I want to say Lady Badgers, and that's how I found you.
Okay.
And I just loved how you were so like, what's the word, like you took charge, you were open and upfront like in the chat and everything, and I'm like, I like her. So that's kind of like, where that got started with me as well. So
Oh, thank you, thank you.
yes, so hopefully she pops in and we can say thank
Yeah,
you to
you can tell
her.
her thank you.
So yeah, so on my channel, I do recorded videos and live auctions. So I mainly resell purses, jewelry, and sometimes shoes. Um, all pre-loved that I thrift. Some of it could be new. And I do recorded videos where I maybe do unboxings of jewelry and sell it right there. I do my purse sale videos every Friday, where I show each bag and you can email me to purchase. And then here and there, I do live auctions where I do purses and jewelry. And the jewelry is more of like the higher end stuff, and it's funny because the purse auctions are more of like the lower end
Right,
stuff.
right. Yeah.
So I do like $1, $5, and $10 starts for the purses, but for the jewelry, it's like higher end, sterling silver, stuff like that. Um, and that's really, for the most part, what I do on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, and that's where I do a lot of like behind the scenes content.
You
So
have
I
some
also
great you have great shorts, by the way. Don't mean to interrupt you, but your shorts are great. I love them.
thank you. It takes me a very long time to to put them together.
Yes.
So yeah, on Instagram I do kind of more of like a behind the scenes where I'll show my thrifting, I'll show like how I clean purses, how I restore the leather, how I fix up shoes, stuff like that. And then I also sell on Poshmark and eBay. And that's actually how I got started
Oh,
with
okay.
reselling, is I was doing eBay and Poshmark probably a little over 8 years now, and I
Wow.
started on there, and I was selling everything. Anything and everything, didn't matter. Clothes. I still do a little bit of everything on eBay and Posh. Like if I see something at the thrift that I know I can make a profit on, I'll get it, but for the most part it's women's accessories.
Right.
But so it was about 4 years in where I decided I wanted to go on YouTube. But
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't even know that like selling on YouTube was a thing. Like
Oh, okay.
I was doing research on reselling. Like I wanted to learn more about it and how to be better at it, what things that are selling, so I can like learn more of what to pick up and stuff like that. And then I came across resellers obviously, but they were selling on their channel and I'm like,
What?
"Ooh." I didn't know
That's
that was a thing.
yes, when I came across, I was like, "What? That's a thing?" Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay.
um yeah, so I was like, wow, this can like open up like a whole other realm for me. So I did a lot of research in that aspect too, and that's a major thing with a business or just YouTube in general. You always want to do a lot of research. You always want to learn about the platform, you know look things up, stuff like that. And that's how I grew my knowledge and got to where I am today.
Excellent. And Kristen has been great and gracious about she lets me pick her brains because I'll say,
Mhm.
um, this is something I see this, I don't really understand it, and she'll say, oh, I've done that. This is what you need to do. This is what you need to do.
Yeah.
Let me go back. You said some things I want to touch on, but we did get some new people in. Phoebe's Corner, welcome in. Phoebe's Corner, thank you for coming. Curated by Chris, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. And oh, Dee Dee, I see your vintage Ralph Lauren. Yes, I got it from Kristen. Okay. This is my latest acquisition from Kristen. I haven't even done an unboxing yet. So sneak peek, sneak peek. I bought it. I told her I would take a chance on it because she's also very honest. The resellers I bring to you, as far as I know, and as far as I'm aware and my experience is they are very honest. Like she said, I don't know if this is leather. I don't know. Let me scoot back. There's no indication in the box if it's leather or not. I mean in the bag, sorry. And so she showed it, but it's in beautiful condition. I don't know, was this one of the ones that I don't yeah, I forgot. I bought two things. I bought something else. We'll save that for later. Um, but I don't remember, did this have an I don't think it had an owie in it or anything. I always make my notes and stuff, so I'm not try not to be surprised. But she was telling us about this was 25 point
uh,
925 sterling
yes.
silver. Okay.
Yep.
So I thought, okay, if they're gonna go to the trouble of having that on there, it has to
Mhm.
be, especially in this time frame. So
Yep.
I contacted my little Birkin boy, Craig, and I sent him a picture and I said, what do you think? And he says, take a chance. The price is fantastic.
Mhm.
Take a chance. So this is the first time I'm actually seeing it. I just opened it up before before. So
Well,
but
I
I love
do
it already.
believe that it's leather. I do believe
It
that it
is,
is
yeah,
leather.
I
Yeah.
think so, yeah, just
Yeah,
just
but
from
there's
touching
no
it and
tag.
stuff, yeah. Craig said
Mhm.
he felt that it probably was,
Mhm.
especially it being there, but, you know, either way, if it was or it wasn't, I wanted it.
Yeah, and
Did
plus
it.
that it has the sterling silver on
Yes,
there.
yes.
I don't think they would put that on just regular fabric. So,
Exactly.
mhm.
So that's one of the good things about if you go to Kristen's channel is that she will price them accordingly. Okay.
Mhm.
And it's like I don't know, I'm not gonna upcharge it too much because of the fact that that's the case, you know. And she's also changed my mind on a couple of things. Okay, thank you for taking care of that, Birkin boy. Hi, Don Donuts, welcome in, welcome in. Hi, Michelle Davis. I always watch Kristen. Yes, Kristen is
Thank
great.
you.
Now, just a tip, okay, on her Friday bag sales, you need to get there early. You need to get there early.
Have your typing fingers ready.
Yes. And you need to make sure you read all the instructions before you go, watch another video, get yourself prepared because people are watching and those stuff will sell fast, sell fast. So go watch the other videos. We're not going to talk about how she does it here. You need to go do your homework because
Mhm.
homework's really important.
Yeah.
And but she's worth it. I wait the past few months. I've been waiting until the end to watch them to see
Mhm.
what's left or whatever because I'm trying to slow down. I've got a couple of trips I got to pay for, so I'm like, no.
There you go.
So there,
I'll give you guys a tip. These are the tips that my subscribers had actually emailed me and told me that they do.
okay,
So some of them, I'm sure most of them, fast forward. So you know you
yes,
can fast forward through and you can see like the bag and
I
you can
do that.
stop. You know. Then some start from the end of the video and scroll back so they
Oh,
can see like the bags that no one saw yet because everyone's looking in the
yes, yes,
beginning.
right.
So those are little tricky
A
tips
couple of
if you want.
tricks and tricks, yeah. So there you go. And you have to come up with your own strategy if you want to get in there. You know,
Mhm.
those make me more nervous than the lives do. Because I'm
Right?
like, who's all watching? Did I miss? Oh man, I'm 30 minutes late. Dang it. And my
True.
brain, because even though you list them in the description, you list them in the comment box, and you
Mhm,
list them in alphabetical order. My
mhm.
brain doesn't work that way because I'm like number one, number two, or this bag. I'm like,
Uh,
I want them in order because I'm like, dang it. Okay, hold on. I'm looking back and forth.
I was thinking about doing that, like by number, like I do the jewelry.
Yeah.
If that'll make it easier for people, that's not a problem. Like I can
I
number
don't know
them.
how everybody else is. I know for me, because that's one of the things I like how Hadrian does. Because then, and Robin, when she lists them by numbers, then I
Mhm.
can go back and say, okay, this is number five, and I can go look for that bag. Because especially when you have like, sometimes you have like 20 or more bags on there, right? So then if you only have one that's not sold, I'm trying to find that quick, so I quick
True.
find where it's at.
I've been thinking about doing the numbers because I do it with the jewelry anyway,
Right.
so I can just add the number. I have the rings, so I can just like put it
I
on the
would be
strap.
so ever in your I would be so grateful for you.
For you, I'm gonna try that this Friday.
Thank you. Oh, I better get up. I better be ready for that to launch then. Let's go see if there's any questions.
Yes, I think there
Did you
are.
see something?
Yeah,
Several
I think.
questions. Okay, good. I see that. Thanks, Craig. Let me go and see. Where did the first one come? Let's see. Question, Birkenboy. What? Yes. What time are the live sales normally?
So the live sales are I usually do like maybe two a month, the live auctions. And it depends. Usually they're on a Wednesday or a Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. This Sunday, however, I had to change it to 8 p.m. So this Sunday, I'm doing a jewelry auction and I just changed it to 8 p.m. because a friend and fellow YouTuber also is going on at 7 and I didn't want to,
Conflict.
conflict, so I told him I would move mine back an hour,
Love
but
that.
so
Love that support for each other. Yeah.
yeah, so but usually it's 7 p.m. Eastern on a Wednesday or Sunday that I've been doing them. And then my recorded videos are scheduled. So my
Yeah.
recorded videos are Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern and Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. Now, okay, y'all. I know y'all already been hitting the streets at Hadrian's. I know y'all been hitting the streets at Lady Badgers. But I still have to try to and see if Vicky can come on. I haven't extended the invitation yet. And but I am begrudgingly sharing my my resellers to y'all. But they have helped me grow my channel thus far. They have been so supportive of me. So I just thought there's no way I can keep them a secret because they also too want to grow their channels. So that is why that I don't want to be a gatekeeper of everything. There are going to be some that I may not share or some areas I may not share, but Kristen deserves to be shared.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Now, also too, let me tell you about her $1, $5, $10 starts. She will
Hmm.
honor those. So if nobody else buys, because they do bids, it's a bid.
Hmm.
So I've gotten a bag before for like hardly like $5 or something because
Yeah.
nobody else wanted it.
Hmm.
Nobody else wanted it. And I'm like, woohoo! So it's that plus shipping. I was like, yeah. And she honors that. She doesn't say,
Yep.
well, it didn't sell. It's like, nope, that's what it's gonna be. And it's fun, and they are really, really fun. They're really, really fun. Okay, let's see the next question.
Okay.
Um, John Donuts. Okay, what kinds of bags and brands do you sell? Everything. No, but go ahead.
Everything. But they're all going to be brand name, and if they're not brand name, they are going to have some kind of special aspect
Right.
about them that makes it worthy. But brand names, more of like a designer brand, like I don't do like the Nine West or the Rosati or like Kohl's brand, Walmart brands, Target brands. No, I do a lot of like Michael Kors, Kate Spade, Coach, Amy Kestenberg is a big one, Patricia Nash, um,
Dooney.
Dooney and Burke, yes. So I do a lot of like the mid range, I guess you can say,
Right.
bags, and I will find occasionally the luxury ones, but it's not very often.
Will you explain the thrift boxes because you do when you do your unboxing, so they'll know. Um, how you do those and what you do, because I like how you do
For
that.
the purses or jewelry or both?
The purses, the purses.
Uh, so my unboxings, like the America's Thrift Supply,
Yeah, the
you're
ones that you
talking?
do in your Friday videos. Is that the ones you do?
Yep.
Yeah.
So americasthriftsupply.com, it's like an online thrift store, and they do mystery boxes. They have a ton of different kinds of mystery boxes, shoes, clothes, bags, and they break down different things. Like they'll have like Lululemon, they'll have UGG, they'll have Harley Davidson stuff. They have comic books, a ton of different things. And I have a code, if anyone wants to use it, on americasthriftsupply.com. When you go to checkout, and right above your total, if you type my name in, Kristen, and then enter, you'll get 15% off all your orders. And I don't get any kind of commission or
She
kickback from that.
doesn't.
So
She
that I was
doesn't.
just able to get for you guys. And I get to use the code too.
That's the
That's
best
about
part.
it.
That's the best part. So in those boxes, when she's able to get the designer boxes every once in a while, because those go fast. Sometimes she'll have some like pretty high end stuff in there. Sometimes it's
Mhm.
clothing. Sometimes it's a mixed match. You'll need to watch her channels and go back and do your homework to see what's in there. So those will come up, and they're a surprise to her too. She gets just as excited as we do because she waits to unbox them with us
Yep.
to do that. So that's really really exciting. But that's how the only like maybe if a higher end is in there, that's where she'll find a higher end one. But
Yeah.
they're mainly they're definitely in Dee Dee's price range, and
Yeah.
and a little above. But
Yeah, those are
she,
those are the thread up boxes you're talking
right,
about.
yeah.
Thread up.
So
Yeah.
now I usually buy most of my Vera Bradleys from her and Purse Creator because she does not like to get Vera Bradleys. But I told her that's okay, just save them. I'll buy them. So most of the time
I don't mind them. They just don't really sell
they
very
don't
well.
sell. They
So,
don't sell unless Dee
yeah.
Dee's on there. They'll sell because I love them for traveling. I love love
Yeah.
love them for traveling.
I will pick them up if it's like a pattern that I haven't ever really seen or something like that, or if it's like a super bright, colorful pattern and it's the summer, I'll do that.
But otherwise, they're in the come in the
They
thread up
they
boxes.
come, yeah, they come in the mystery boxes.
I just saw some new Madison's Makeup World. Welcome in. Mark Jacobs said you have Mark Jacobs. Oh, well, is that
Mhm.
what I have in here? Was that Mark?
Yes.
Yes, Madison. Here, I'll show you sneak peek. I'll show you sneak peek. This is a little Marc Jacobs bag.
Mhm. I do
And
find Marc Jacobs, yes.
yes, and actually it lasted to the second week, I think, right? Nobody
Yeah.
wanted it. And I was like,
Yep.
what the heck? So when Dee Dee got on that, I was like, it's mine, mine, mine,
Uh-huh.
mine. But I had to email her like, please say you still have it.
Yep, those micro bags are so
Yes.
trendy right now.
And it's my color, it's my power color. So it's like I love it. I love it.
Yep.
Let's see. Any other questions? Hi, Jackie. I'm sorry I didn't see you come in. They will now that Vera Bradley rebranded. Did you? Yeah, I'm not
Huh.
sure how I feel about that. So I'm like, okay. Curated by Chris says, hi, Kristen. How long did it take you to start selling on YouTube, and when you first started? Perfect. That's one of my questions.
Cool. Okay, so I started YouTube 4 years into my reselling career. And when I did that, I decided to make my business a real business. Like it wasn't just like a side hustle. Because when I started YouTube, I also quit my full-time job.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So I got registered with the state of New York. You can kind of see my tax ID numbers right there. So I'm a registered business with the state of New York. I have an accountant. I file taxes. I pay a lot of
A
taxes.
lot.
So where was I going with this?
She
Read the
asked, what
rest
is
of the
she?
question.
She asked, let me read it to you again. She asked, let me find it. How long
Sorry.
did it take you to make money? How long did it take you to make money on YouTube
So, like
or to sell on YouTube? Yeah.
the videos that I was doing was just jewelry at the time. So it did take me probably a dozen videos to where maybe 8 or 10 videos, then the sales started to come in, like the emails started to come in, people started to find me. You just got to keep going, you got to let the algorithm do their thing and get your stuff out there for people to see it. So yeah, I would say, and that was, I was doing 3 videos a week then,
Yeah.
all jewelry. And so that was probably a month, I would say, maybe more, a
But
month and
actually,
a half.
that's actually pretty good month, 2 months. That's
Yeah.
actually pretty good when you start from like nothing,
Yes.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a lot of money,
Right.
it was like $100 here and there, whatever. But I had saved from, like, I had planned this. So I had saved some money to where I can pay my bills from my savings and then build my YouTube career. And then I got monetized. I think it was about a year. I got monetized at 1,000 subscribers, and then they don't pay you out until you get $100,
$100. Yeah.
in your account or whatever. And I think that was another couple of months. So it takes time, but if you
It
keep
does.
going,
Yeah.
don't quit, and you have to be consistent. Like, create a schedule like I did. And viewers like a schedule. They like something that they could depend on, that they know, okay, Kristen's on tonight, or Dee Dee's on tomorrow, or whatever. So definitely keep a schedule and just keep going. If you want it to be successful, it will be successful.
And that's one of the things too, is that when we were talking, because we had talked about it was personal stuff because I was buying, and then it kind of went into my channel. She kind of said the same thing to me in person, or that she told y'all, and I was like, oh well, thank you. And then I think by that time I was on. Lady Badger had me on her live as a guest.
Hmm.
And so we was on there, and she was like, hey, that's good, and everything. So she encouraged me, and
Yep.
that's a good thing about the little circle of resellers that I'm bringing to you. They're all kind of connected to each other. They buy from each other. They
Hmm.
resell the things from each other.
Hmm.
They are, like she said, that they watch out, and which is one of the places where I learned, if somebody else has a live and you're able to change it, then they want to move it around for the other person, and they
Hmm.
try to keep each other in the loop, kind of stuff. Sometimes it's not possible.
Yeah.
They'll step over each other's toes, but then they say, hey, sorry about that, I didn't know. They'll send people over there to them if they're aware of it, kind of stuff.
Yep.
So it's very, very amicable resellers together. They're not
Hmm.
all that way. They're not all that way.
Right.
But the ones that I'm bringing you all work together, and all are like YouTube. I wouldn't say friends, but like
Yeah.
good friends, collaborators, kind of thing,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Hmm.
And that's the kind of people, me. I try to keep my channel lighthearted. I try to keep my
Hmm.
channel drama free. I try to stay out of
Yes.
it. I try to stay out of it myself.
Same.
And so I try to surround myself with channels and with resellers and with people in my entire life,
Yep.
that I can be that way. Let's
Same.
see.
So I think that's why we get along very well too.
Yeah. Now, there's times she's a little bit rougher than I am, because sometimes I'm like, "What the heck with them," and she's like, and then sometimes like, "Well," she goes, "No, don't take that," and I'm like, "Okay."
Stick to your guns.
I know. I sent her one time. Is this kind of a mean comment? It feels kind of a mean. This is how and I sent to her. This is how I responded. Did I respond okay? She says, "You responded fine, but I would have said delete block, delete block."
Yes, my block list is very long. I do not allow negative or troll comments or anything like that. No negativity. If you don't like something I'm doing, don't watch.
Right,
That's
right,
it. There's no need to write something mean in the
right.
comments. So if there's anything like that, I literally just go to the person's profile, block them, and then delete the comment. And
Yeah.
then they can't do it again.
Exactly, exactly. Julie Pesh, hello. Hi BB. She says hi BB. Birkin boy. Uncle Sam's gets his cut. That's right, Craig. He gets his cut. Jane Price, welcome in, Jane Price. Thank you so much for coming. Phoebe's Corner, that's awesome. That is kind of seller you want to buy from. Exactly. Barbara M. Future Vintage. I try to be as Switzerland as possible.
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. If
Yep.
Hi Isaac Childs, welcome in. Thank you very much. If that's all you say, you're welcome to stay. If you're gonna be provocative, then we will ask you to leave by Birkin Boy or Melissa sending you out the door. Thank you very much. Um, let's see. I saw a comment. Oh, Robin agrees. She's also a reseller. She agrees. We all do get along and we try to
Mhm.
watch out for each other. We all
Yeah.
watch out for each other. Oh, one of the things, speaking of that, one of the things is because she has I kind of talked about maybe dabbling. Well, I told her I have bags that I need to sell. And she said, you know, you bought them for a price and you worked hard
Mhm.
to buy them for a price, but you're going to bring them to somebody else. Don't feel bad if you're going to make a profit off them. Just because you're not a quote business at doing it, a reseller, there's still your time, your effort, you know, the shipping you pay, there's all this kind of stuff. The time you spent watching the videos, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They do the legwork for me because I can't do that anymore. I used to be like Kristen, where I'd be out there and I hustled, did all that stuff. That's how I worked a part-time job and still was be able to play for cheerleading for my daughter, uh select sports for my son. He was
Yeah.
in multiple, you know, and so I sold all kinds of stuff. Did all kinds of stuff. I can't do that anymore, so I rely on them to do it. So I don't
Mhm.
mind paying the prices, and I also and they're fair. The ones I'm bringing to you are fair,
Mhm.
in my opinion. Um, but she also says, you know, she also has made me look at stuff because sometimes I see YouTubers, and this was at the very beginning of my of watching before really I was on there, and you would see them. They're like, you remember, well, they only bought that bag for this price, and they're selling it for this. And she's like, and they should. And I was like, well, yeah, yeah, I guess you're right. You're right if you're looking at it that way, you know. And so that's kind of brought me around to two things is because I could have got in on a great sale, but then
Mhm.
it's maybe obsolete now. The company has quit selling them. It's a hot item. It's like try to bring your return back, and it's okay. So it's okay.
Yep.
So Jackie, that's a kind of a question. That's kind of a thing for you, Jackie from Jack's Bag Attack. Don't feel bad because she's been trying to downsize her collection and
Yep.
she's been trying to sell, but she's underselling herself and undercutting herself. And
Yeah.
it's like, you know what, if they don't want, you know, if they don't want to pay that first price, then somebody else will, or you can wait
Mhm.
till fire sale later on. But the first go around, you need to
Yep.
sell it for what's fair to you, what's fair to
Yep.
you. PSA,
100%.
welcome in, Dee Dee. Have some free time from work finally here. Yay! Thank you very much. Thank you very much. PSA will be on next week. She will be on next week. So let me go to look at my notes. Let's see.
Mhm.
I think you answered these. So we're going to get to the question. Before I go to the next question, we're going to get to the question that I always ask all of my guests. Are you an introvert or are you an extrovert? And let's see if I got it right.
Okay. Introvert.
What? I got it wrong. Are you serious?
I am such an introvert. Like, I don't even, like, if I'm in public, I don't even like making small talk with people. Like, I get
Wow.
very, like, anxious and stuff. And I still get nervous, like, for doing YouTube, even
Uh-huh.
right now. Like, I'm sweating right now. Like, and like you're my friend, like, but it's just the fact that like it's we're live and people
Right.
are watching. And but like even when I do my videos, like right before I press that record button, I'm like, you okay, ready, go.
Breathe.
So I gotta like
Totally,
get into
totally.
it.
Yeah, you totally fooled me. Totally fooled me. Did
Mhm.
not even catch that vibe at all off of you. Wow,
Mhm.
wow. Okay.
Yep.
Well, and you know what? The one on one, yeah, this is how you are with me one on one. So
Mhm.
I can see that because there are some people who are like that. It's like one on one, they're great. My husband's like that, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, but he's like, don't put me in front of the person if you don't have to. I don't want to meet them, but eventually if I meet them, like, okay.
Right, right,
Right.
and then once you're talking, everything's
Yes.
fine,
Or
it's
a
just
little
that
bit of a
initial. Yeah, yeah, exactly, that helps, that does help,
that
because
helps.
once I get a few drinks in, oh, I'm talking to everybody.
Exactly, exactly. Birkin Boy says reselling is a full-time job. No joke. Yes, it is a full-time job.
Mhm.
And that's what I like about Kristen, Cloverleaf, Robin, which y'all have seen a lot of Robin lately. She says, not half as nervous as me. You are doing great, Robin. You are doing
Yeah.
fantastic. Robin is our newest to the group, our newest reseller to the group,
Mhm.
and she finds some fantastic finds, great
Oh,
finds.
yeah.
But she
Yep.
is a little shy. She is a little introverted. Yeah, she's like so introverted that she when I asked her, "You want to come on the channel?" She's like, "No."
But it's
And I
not
told her, "That's
easy.
okay. That's okay."
It's not easy. You know,
Mm-mm.
the recorded videos for me are a lot easier because if I mess up, I can just stop it and do it again or stop and like redo it, cut that part out, whatever,
Right,
and it's fine. But like something more live, you know, I kind of got to think a little bit more and you have to be on point and you have to be like, okay, if somebody's talking smack in the chat, how are you going to
right,
react? Like there's a whole other thing that goes on, you know, and we have to be, I'm a business. I have to be very
right.
professional, you know,
Exactly.
like so there's so many different
Well,
aspects going on.
and I like that because I try to operate my channel as a business, not because I wanted to originally get monetized, but I also felt that, you have your home persona and then you have what and I'm not different. I am a lot, I'm not a potty mouth on here because my grandkids watch. And I get in enough trouble at home. I don't need them to watch and get in trouble too. So I try to be very careful about that. But I also,
Yes.
you're reaching out to a wide audience, and
Mhm.
so you just have to be more careful of how you say things. You really have
Yep.
to be more careful of what you're doing, and you have to
Hmm.
have that business frame of mind
Yeah.
mentality. And it doesn't matter whether you do it for a hobby, it doesn't matter whether you're doing it because you want to get monetized. You're on social media, people.
Hmm.
You're on social media, and you have got to make sure that whatever you do, you are responsible for the
Hmm.
content that you're putting out there.
Yep.
But ultimately it doesn't belong to you, it belongs to YouTube, and they can wipe you out at any time. And they
Yeah.
have been doing it lately. So
Yeah.
let me
But
go in and see.
yeah, I mean,
Mich-
I don't curse on my channel, but I have a big potty mouth in real life. But to me, you know, that's not professional, like
right.
like, so I don't do that. You know, people, I've even gotten emails from subscribers that tell me that they don't like that I say oh my god, and
Oh,
someone has
okay.
even
Yeah.
unsubscribed because I say oh my god. So
Yeah.
since that, I've tried to catch myself and I'll be like oh my gosh or omg,
Right.
but
Right.
sometimes it slips, you know, and then
Yeah.
I'll be like oh I'm sorry, like I didn't mean, like I don't want to offend anybody, you know.
Right. Right. Yeah. Let's see. Michelle Davis, welcome in. She said, I've been wanting to do it for 3 years, just scared to death. I'm assuming you've been wanting to get on YouTube. She just subscribed to you, Jackie, it looks like. And speaking of subscribing, I pinned Kristen's channel up to the top, so it should be easy for you to click on it and still stay on the live stream. Please show her some love. Go subscribe to her. Go give her some views, some likes, and
Thank
let her
you.
make sure you tell her that you found her here. Um, and the reason being is it just kind of gives us an idea of where people are coming from in the chats,
Yeah.
where the subs are coming from. And it also helps us to know, are they a troll or whatever? If they say, hey, I
Hmm.
saw you on Dee Dee's live or what have you, then that name, then it's like, okay, okay. And that's the reason why we
Yep.
why we ask. And then too, then maybe if she gets at least one sub, she'll want to do it again.
I don't, even if I get zero, I'd still do it again.
Oh, thank you. I love you. I love you.
Love you.
Veronica Sid, welcome in. She says, hello, popping in on my lunch break. Thank you so much. Craig or anybody else, before I go on to my next topic, did I miss any questions? Because if you do have questions, hands up. The little lady or double hands helps me out a lot. I just want to make sure, Craig, I'll wait just a little bit. Oh, did you tell us how did you got your name? How you got your name?
No, okay.
Okay.
So, I was just playing around with names. I know I wanted it to be like something that has to do with giving items another chance, like
Okay.
because I'm taking used stuff mostly from thrift stores that the person didn't want it, so they donated it. Well, I'm buying it, and now I'm kind of fixing it up because I do like little restorations and whatever, and then I'm giving it another home. So I was trying to like play around with the idea, and a lot of things were taken already, like especially on YouTube, and I didn't want like too many similarities and stuff. So I came up with another chance, and then that kind of led into like my little slogan type of thing where it was when I had my antique booths, on my business card, I said, "Giving antiques another chance at
Oh,
being
okay.
loved." Yeah, so that
Love that.
kind of I kind of
Kind
carried
of
that.
carry
So,
that over. Yeah, that's
mhm.
great. Okay, Kristen is one of those that God has brought into my life that thinks about everything and and is very thoughtful and everything. Dee Dee's just a jump in the deep end of the and then it's like, okay, when I get stuck, I can't swim. It's like, okay, how do I figure this out or whatever? But sometimes, those of you who have said in the chats that you have wanted to start and just are afraid to start or whatever. I thought about doing a channel for many years. I said, well, maybe I can do it on this and maybe I can do it on that and da 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 da. And it was one of those things where I thought, you know what, girl, everybody just says, just do it, just do
Mhm,
it. And I did because it's like
mhm,
you got to jump in and then figure things out later. Because if you do, you can do all the research you want, but until you push play, until
mhm.
you upload, until you say go live or whatever it is, it's not going
Yep,
to happen.
yep,
It's not going to happen.
yep.
I never thought however many months, 14, 15 months ago, that I would be doing this. No, it evolved into it.
Yep,
Um,
exactly.
Cloverly, Vivian, I see Vivian. Let's see. It says Vivian. So is that Vivian from where? Why can I not see your where are you? Am
Oh,
I
I see her. She's right above my comment,
there you
and
are, Vivian
yeah.
Carlene. There you are. For some reason, the last time I missed you, I want to make sure I didn't miss you this time. Hello, welcome in. Thank you so much. Okay, she has a channel as well. Uh, let's see who else. Veronica Sid has a channel. Birkenboy has a channel. Um, Melissa's Corner has a channel. Jack's Bag Attack has a channel. I'm changing your name, Jackie. Um, let's see. PSA Public Shopping Addict has a channel. She'll be on next week. Um, let's see. I think is that everybody who has a channel. If you have a channel, feel free to. You can't put your link because YouTube will make it disappear, but you can type it out how they find you, and that way people can find you. Okay.
Yeah, because after this is over, I'll go back in and I'll go and subscribe to everybody as well. So
Awesome,
I'll do that.
awesome. Lonnie, hit the product button for Coach Dee Dee. Thank you very much for coming in. Thank you. You're
Love
on your
that.
lunch break. Okay. You don't get in trouble. Don't get in trouble. Curated by Chris. I can totally relate, Kristen, with the nerves. I get so
Mhm.
nervous before I make a video. Chris,
Yep.
I'm not sure if I am subscribed to you or not, or if I know who you are, Chris.
She
Curated
came
by
from
Chris.
my channel,
Okay,
probably.
so
Yeah, my channel.
I will have to go check you out and subscribe because I'm always looking for new people to buy. I want to touch base, and it was one of my questions. You had said in your intro that you had done homework and that you have done kind of some research. I want to tie that into what things have you done? And the reason I titled it Girl Boss is because I know that you have done certain things, like you've gone to certain events. What things do
Mhm.
you find are beneficial if you're trying? And honestly, I kind of go and do stuff not because I want it to necessarily be a business, but it gives you that frame of mind to learn stuff. So
Yeah.
what is it that you do that you feel that's beneficial?
I follow on my Instagram, I follow a lot of motivational speakers. They can be as big as, Tony Robbins, John. Now I'm gonna draw a blank on all these names.
It's okay. It's okay.
Jen Gottlieb, Jamie Kern Lima, Grant Cardone, all those like big names. Brandon Bouchard. They're very motivational, inspiring. So their posts and stuff like that give me motivation. I've been to a lot of business, like virtually business summits and business conferences. You can find a lot of them right
Yeah.
on Instagram, right through like these motivational speakers. And a lot of them are free. So why not? They'll
Right.
give you little tips and tricks also, like to work with your business. I've been to one business conference in person.
That was
It was,
recently.
yes, it was very nerve-wracking because they did like a networking like thing
Oh, okay.
first.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So me being the introvert, I'm like waiting for people to come up to me, which they did, so that was fine. But then, like we said, once you start talking, it's fine. It's just that
Right.
initial like, but just really to keep yourself motivated and keep learning. Like I'm always looking stuff up on YouTube, on Google. I'm following these people, other resellers, other purse. Like I learned from Lady Badger and Vicky and Robin. Like I learned from all you guys. We're all learning from each other. So it's really just a lot of research. And what do they call that? I'm um, a lifetime learner or learner
Yes.
for
Yes.
life or something
Right.
like that. Like
Exactly. I feel the same way. Yeah.
I love to just learn new things to better myself, to better my business and stuff like that. So just keep being eager, like eager to learn.
Right, right. And I'm similar as well too. I watch different content and stuff, different things. How do you improve yourself? How do you improve your
Hmm.
channel? How do you improve life or whatever? And it's not that I don't do like per se research. It's just that I'm just not don't delve into it as deeply as some people because I with my autoimmune disease and having gone down that road, it's
Hmm.
so overwhelming to me and I get fatigued. So
Yeah,
I do as much as I can. And I give myself permission to say, just go for it, and that's kind of
that's
where it goes.
totally fine.
Yeah. And
Yep.
then hopefully that, the universe, gods, however you want to do it, will bring to you if you stay positive, will bring to you those that you need. And that's what they have done for me.
Yep.
Let's see. We have Vida Milani. She says, "Hi, Kristen. Hi, Dee. Hi, chats. Happy Tuesday.
Yep.
Welcome in. I
She's
know
from my channel.
your channel. Woohoo! Welcome in. Welcome in. I saw there was somebody else earlier, and I'm sorry I didn't say hello. I'm gonna see if I can find them really, really quick. If y'all will just bear with me." Because especially if you're new to the channel and I haven't. Hi, Deborah Curry. Welcome in. See, I missed Deborah Curry. Um, let's see. Oh, maybe it was a troll because I don't see them anymore. Sometimes I try to be nice to the trolls too, and sometimes they're not trolls. They just have a viewpoint. Ah, there you are, Zane Ali. Welcome in. Welcome in, Zane. I didn't know. I didn't want to miss you because I didn't know on the realm of things where you're at. So welcome in. Welcome in. Are you friend? Are you foe? We like friends. Foes, well, that's
Right.
how it goes.
Remember,
But
drama free is the way to
that's right.
be.
That's right. Drama free, drama free. We're talking about handbags and, things like this. But
Right.
also too, Kristen's channel also doesn't just do handbags. So she does jewelry.
Mhm.
Some of the jewelry stuff though, when she does these unboxings, I can't watch them. I told her I can't watch them. They made me it's too much. But
Uh-huh.
when she has done her lives, I have found I've gotten several brooches from her. I've gotten a
Mhm.
ring from her. I've also picked up this book from her.
Yes.
I picked up this book from her. Nobody wanted it, and I took it, and it's the Gospel according to Coco Chanel.
Yeah.
Coco Chanel,
Oh,
and
that's the other thing. Sometimes every few months I'll do a live variety sale.
that's
So
what it right.
that's when you got that. So I'll do like I'll sell literally anything. And that kind of brings me back to when I first started reselling where
Yeah.
I sold everything. That yeah, that
Yeah,
too.
I was buying because I knew I was that live that you did. That's the last one I've been able to attend, and
Mhm.
I knew I was going to be moving in here, so I was like, I could get all the fun little stuff. So I got
Nice.
this thing off of her and a
Love
and
it.
a and a wicker one.
Yep.
Sneak peeks, because that has been done.
I
That
will I actually just
and that.
Yes, I just actually picked out a date for the next
Oh,
variety
yay.
sale, and that's September 21st.
Okay.
So that'll
Okay.
be
I better save some pennies for that one. And that's the other thing too that I was talking about, that I can't get out and do that. The only really like shopping that I have done lately like that is when I've gone with my hometown girls, the Laura the Camo Chica and Delene from Yoshia Lux. But they're like, they help take care of me in case, like I was in a flare up this last time I went. And so, but, we do usually like one store or two stores. It's not like a big thing. And it's usually
Mhm.
more, it's not really for like shopping like that, like thrift shopping. It's more of just companionship shopping
Yeah.
kind of thing, because I don't get to have that anymore, which is what I like about YouTube is that, I do what's benefiting me and what has come from my channel is I've gotten a lot of companionship and that has helped
Hmm.
me immensely,
Yep.
immensely. And but when she did that variety, I was like, I need that, I need that. And I was there, mine,
Yep.
mine. And everybody's
Yep.
like, Dee buying everything. Like, I gotta be fast. We gotta be fast.
Yep.
We are getting close to the hour mark, and let me check.
Oh yeah, a few more people came in.
Yay. Okay, let me check my. I'll go check the chats in just a second. Is there anybody in there particular that you want to make sure and say hello to that I've missed that's from your channel?
I just saw Jay Sweet. She
Hey,
came
Jay
in.
Sweet, welcome in. Cammie's Closet, welcome in. She has a channel as well too. What did I miss? A lot. You'll have to go back and watch. Hi, Jorge Lena, welcome in, welcome in. I missed you, Monarch. Welcome in, welcome in. Um, let's see. Remember, use the hands up for questions. Have I missed any questions, Craig? Have I missed any questions? Phoebe's Corner. Do you giveaways to
Yeah.
reward your followers? What type of system do you use? Make it fit to make it fair.
Yep. So every time I have a live sale, which, like I mentioned, it's 2 to 3 times a month, I give away usually $5 credits, and that goes to anyone. It doesn't. You don't have to make a purchase. It doesn't have to be if you already made a purchase. I use on StreamYard. There's a giveaway tool, and I make like a code word that you put in the chat, and then you'll be entered, and then the StreamYard picks a winner. And I usually do 4 to 5 $5 credits per live sale, and that gets taken off your next invoice with me. And then for my recorded videos, I don't do that many giveaways in those because that's when the spammers and the trolls find you if it's written in your
Right,
title. So if I do a giveaway in a recorded video, it'll be a secret one. So
right.
like I'll just be talking, showing a purse or whatever, and I'll be like, stop, we're gonna do a secret giveaway. If you're watching this right now, comment in the chat or in the comments, dog or something, and you'll be entered to win $5. Or one time I did $20,
Yeah, I remember
and
that. Yeah.
and then I do like I pull the winner, on a later date. I'll mention everything and all the,
And
all
those
the
are
rules.
fun because you get like rewarded for watching the entirety of the video or what have
Yep.
you. And so that's fun because then you're like, oh yay. So that's
Yes.
really good.
Yep. Oh no, where'd she go? She did say this might happen. I also do giveaways. I have there you are. Every 1,000 subscribers
Oh,
I get.
I went away. Oh no.
All right. I see you, but you're frozen. Okay, there
Okay.
we go.
I'm back. I'm back. At least
All
at
right,
least the
we got
magic
it.
can come back. Yay.
I'm like, oh, she mentioned this might happen.
There's your $300 a month, but at least I came back. Knock on wood. I don't
Yeah.
want to complain.
Yep. But while you were black screen, I was just saying that I do have another giveaway. Every 1,000 subscribers that I get, I do what I call a live hangout, where I go live and I just literally sit here and I talk to you guys. I say, I give who I am, what I do, for all the new subscribers, explain all my policies. you know, what things I offer. Like I just go over everything, and then we have some fun. We do some giveaways. I do another batch of $5 giveaways, and I usually do like my last one was 12K, so I did $12 giveaway. You know, so
Yeah.
you know, I do like little things like that too.
Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
who was Phoebe was I think it was you who answered the question asked the question about
Yeah.
the giveaways. If you don't use StreamYard like to do lives, can you do that like without being live, like just to use a tool? There's
No,
several
but
giveaway tools though, right?
yes, there are giveaway tools. You can just type in, I think it's called like random comment picker, or they have like a wheel too, like a wheel you know, winner or something where you can actually put people's names in and it will go on a wheel and you can press the screen, you know, press the thing and it will spin and pick a winner. So there's a lot of free ones that you can use for sure.
You're welcome, Phoebe. Not a problem. You're welcome. Thank you. We're wrapping down, so we can take maybe one or two questions. I just want to go in and wrap up with Kristen, really quick to check and make sure I didn't miss anything because I want to give y'all as much information to y'all. Once again, if you are not subscribed to Kristen, I have her pinned up at the top
Mhm.
chats. So please show her some love. If you are watching my replay beauties, I greatly appreciate it. I will link her in the description box so that you can find her easily and
Mhm.
find her channel easily. Michelle Davis, may I add a new reseller that is an angel that just started after losing her job and continues to fight a horrible cancer treatment. Yes, you can put them in there, the reseller. Just know chats that she'll put them in there. I don't know who it is, so
Oh,
um
it's Christine. I know who she's talking about. Yeah,
okay,
that's
okay,
fine. I'm subscribed to her.
okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Linda Chamberlain, welcome in, welcome in. I hope I haven't missed anybody. If I've missed you, please forgive me. Um, PSA says, I better have entertainment. I'm not sure what you're talking about. It has gotten as the excuse me, as some of the chats have gotten a little bit bigger and y'all are finding me and know kind of where I'm at, it's a little bit harder for me to kind of keep up with y'all in the chat, so please forgive me, but I'm trying as hard as I can.
Hmm.
I also don't want to ignore my guest, and I don't
That's
want to
that's okay.
miss
I like what you're doing. Like
the
you,
subject.
we talk a little bit and then we go dive into the chat. That's great. And then
Thank
we
you,
just go
thank
back and
you.
forth.
Thank you, ladies. Great live, everyone. Make sure to give the thumbs up live, and thank you for coming to the live. We all
Yeah.
appreciate it. We do. I greatly appreciate it. So, Kristen, tell us what you have coming up. Uh,
Okay.
and a lot of things that Kristen still has we hadn't weren't able to touch on. She has a newsletter that you can sign up for. She
Hmm.
has a jewelry membership that you can do that has multiple
Hmm.
layers. She
Yep.
has over on Instagram and a Facebook um
Group. Yep.
group. She
Hmm.
does positive encouraging thoughts and everything that
Hmm.
you're part of. So she's very well rounded. And so if you see things similar, yes, I'm copying her.
Hey, that's fine. I have
And
no problem with
I'm
that.
saying she's okay with it because she's kind of holding, she's holding my. We haven't talked in a while, but when we talked about it, I said, "Girl, that's brilliant." And I thought about doing this, but I didn't
Mhm.
think it would be good. And she says, "No, these are the reasons why you want to do it, and these are the reasons why you want to try to keep on
Yep.
top of it." But like it's a lot, and so for me, I have to do it slowly. And so I had
Hmm.
been concentrating on trying to grow. Excuse me. My first goal was trying to get monetized, but right now it's I'm doing very well. I can't complain, but I'm going to kind of focus somewhere else. And if I hit the 1,000, I hit it. If not, I'm going to focus on these other things.
Well,
So
that's what it is. You can't watch the numbers. Like, what's that
right,
saying? A watched pot won't boil.
yes,
So you just forget about the subscriber count and just do your thing, and the
do my
numbers will
thing
come. That
exactly.
speaking of that, anyone that came over from my channel, make sure you guys are subscribing to Dee Dee. She's almost at
Oh,
1,000 subscribers. She's almost
thank
there.
you, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. See what I mean? How she has helped me so much. They all have helped me so much. I greatly appreciate it. So what do you have coming up? How can
Okay.
we find you on Instagram um, and your Facebook group? And then I'll also, too, Kristen, if you don't mind, if you'll send me those things somehow that it's easier. I could just copy and paste and dump it into my description box. Then I can put it in the
Okay,
description.
yeah. I
Okay.
was literally just gonna put it in the chat.
Perfect. Yeah,
Um,
put it in the chats, but then for the replay people, that way it's in the description box.
I'll send you everything. I just put my Instagram in the chat, but I'll send Dee Dee all the direct links to everything so that you guys have the direct link. But coming up next is Friday purse sale. So that's this Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern. And then Sunday, I mentioned I'm doing my jewelry auction. It's live. And that will be at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then we start the new week, which is Monday, jewelry video, 4 p.m. Eastern. And then again, Friday, purse sale, like so on. But just no live auction that Sunday, just the one Sunday.
And one of the brilliant things she just came up with a few months ago is she does her invoicing at the end of the week. So you can shop at all the different ways that are you still doing that, right?
Well, I invoice after every sale, but I only ship
Oh,
one,
okay, okay.
like
Sorry,
usually
sorry,
once
sorry.
a week.
Okay,
Yeah, so
okay.
you can shop my videos. You pay as you go, and then you just pay the shipping at the end.
That's what
Where
it is. Sorry,
yeah,
sorry.
that's okay.
But that's great too because then you're not she's trying to save you on that shipping and
Hmm.
trying to save on the packages,
Yeah.
multiple packages since apparently that's been a thing, a really bad thing lately. But
So,
thank
but
you so much.
some people like to have their stuff shipped out right after, and
Oh,
that's
yeah,
fine. Everyone tells me something different. So if you want me to hold your stuff, I'll hold it. If you want me to ship it, it's not a problem.
not a problem.
Hmm.
Perfect. Perfect. Just make sure that if you're going to her purse sale Friday, I
Get
may or may
ready.
not be there. I don't know. I mean, I gotta save for Chicago. I gotta save for Aruba. But just make sure that you get there early and make sure that you read the directions before you go in there
Mhm.
because you need to have your email open and ready to send those requests.
Super fast typing.
Exactly, exactly. All right. Thank you so much for being on here. And thank you so much for bearing with me when I was sick and I had to cancel on you. I greatly appreciate
Not a
it.
problem.
You are
Thank you for
welcome
having me.
anytime. Thank you so
And
much.
thank you everyone in the chat.
All righty. Bye bye.
Bye.
You're welcome to stay and talk in the chats. I'm just going to wrap up a little bit.
Okay. Bye guys.
Good night, all. Says Cami. I definitely have to check out Second Chance Resale. Yes, you do. Everyone, have a great day and come to my live tonight at 7 p.m. Yes, he's on at 7 p.m. tonight. We need to be there. Um, Linda Chamberlain says bye. Everybody says bye. Woo! As soon as she went off, those numbers went down quick. Those numbers go down quick, but that's okay. For those of you who are watching on the replay and those of you who stick around to the end, I greatly, greatly appreciate y'all being here for final thoughts. I just want to thank y'all again for being here. Once again, Beanbeauti's replay crew. If you want to go over and visit Kristen at Another Chance Resale during her lives or doing her videos, don't feel compelled that you have to buy something right away. Go in and say hello. They chit chat. There's talking going on. The chat's just like here. The chats end up having their own conversation, kind of stuff. Just try to stay on topic as much as possible. But it's a community. It's a community over there. So please go. Feel free to visit. If you're feeling lonely and you just want to subscribe to Kristen and want to give her, there's multiple ways that you can support a creator like Kristen and myself. Of course, subscribing is a biggie because of the fact that it helps us and helps our numbers when it comes to excuse me, monetization. But when you watch our videos, that's a plus. When you leave a comment for us, that's a plus. When you rewatch a video or if you're on the live and you go back in the comment box and just say hello, that's a plus. And those are all free things that you can do to help content creators continually to grow and YouTube to know that we're valuable to the YouTube lands here. All right, Bean Beauties. Tomorrow we have another thrifter like myself, and it is Scottalicious McFabulous is on tomorrow. I gotta tell you, I'm a little fangirling here. Right. I was so nervous to ask him. You know, yes, me, I'm an extrovert and everything, but I was so nervous to ask him. And when I asked him in the via social media, I contacted him and asked him, and he was like, very gracious, and I gave him time to think, and he has agreed. And so I'm a little nervous tomorrow, so let's see how that goes. But so come back tomorrow. It's also at the 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we will see you tomorrow. All righty. Don't forget, give Kristen some love and give me some too, if you don't mind. Thank you, Bring Beauties. Love y'all. Bye bye. So come back tomorrow. It's also at the 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we will see you tomorrow. All right. Don't forget, give Kristen some love and give. Thanks, Bring Beauties. Love y'all.